Hey there, everybody. I just wanted to go on real fast here while I'm not on cable 12 and just concentrate on maybe a little bit more of this audience. I want to give you a quick radar update. It is 1024, and you are looking at the high resolution radar here. Still pockets of light to moderate to at times heavy rain. The heavier rain right now through Smith County going through the I-77 corridor. Zooming in a little bit more, you can see that we've got light to steady rain, and the steady rain is still adding up quite a bit, but the yellow areas, anywhere you see the yellow, that's some fairly heavy rain, and unfortunately it's falling right where the models thought it would as it upslopes against the Floyd-Franklin County line. I can tell you there's going to be a lot of runoff throughout the night tonight as this continues to happen here. Carroll County and Galax also still seeing some very heavy rainfall, and that extends through Martinsville and Southside south of Danville. The concern is that if you expand the view out here across North Carolina, you've got a big area of even heavier rainfall that's taking up more real estate here. Now, this is also going to be moving into Halifax, Danville, and through the Franklin County area as well, pushing in through the northwest from the southeast throughout the evening. And we don't want to forget our friends in northwest North Carolina, some extremely heavy rainfall. Although it just looks yellow, I can tell you it's falling at such a rate that the cloud physics have allowed this to really be a very efficient rainfall, at least for these chilly temperatures that we're seeing out there. So that's the Blacksburg radar. Let's go upstream. I wanted to show you the Raleigh radar, and you can see how that rain is definitely taking up more from Stanford to Rocky Mount, North Carolina, more real estate here, and that's also pushing up to the Danville area and across. It will probably move into Franklin County. You can kind of connect the showers here through Franklin County, through Danville. Lynchburg still seeing some showers. It's a bit more spotty to the north, and I thought that would be the case. It looks like Charlottesville to Lexington and areas north may not get quite as much rainfall because of the drier air moving in. You can see those wind arrows there showing where the wind's coming from, the wind barbs anyway. We got thunder and lightning around Wilmington, and again, this fire hose, if you want to call it that, extends even off the coast. So it's going to continue to stream in overnight tonight and move into North Carolina. I wanted to show you what's happening as far as rainfall over the past 3 hours. And we can show you our estimates here off the radar. The past 3 hours or so, we've seen upwards of 1 inch of rain to half an inch of rain. That is probably a little bit far behind here. If we look at the actual storm total rainfall, I'll go to another source here and go to my NextRad radar. We'll put that on. This is the storm total rainfall according to the Blacksburg radar here, and that's going to pop up hope any second there. While we wait for that to happen, maybe I should get rid of this and we'll pop on the NextRad information here, and we will look at the storm total precip here. There it is. Okay, so these are the spots that are most susceptible to flooding because it occurs, when you have ground that's just so saturated. And many of these estimates are extremely low. The radar is not really doing a good job of doing, picking up on this. But I can tell you that in these brighter areas here, we have had about 10 inches of rain through western Franklin County and into Lexington, North Carolina, upwards of 6 inches here probably, and then you're looking at amounts close to 10 inches in the North Carolina mountains there as well. So this will continue to be an issue for us overnight. Switching back to the reflectivity here off Blacksburg, you can see up underneath that several blue areas showing us the flood advisories in effect, and here is again another look at the rainfall that continues developing over the area. It does depend on which color palette I use, but I'm using the one that would show the yellow and the orange as moderate to heavy rainfall. And so as that continues to load, again, it's very concerning to look at Durham here and Raleigh and see all this heavier rain that's moving in from the north. I'll shorten the loop a little bit so it doesn't go in and out just as much. And again, it's that stream, that steady stream of moisture that just continues across the area. Here's the other source I've got for you. I can open up 2 windows of this. This is the national picture, so we'll widen the view out because I want to give you an idea of what's happening here. Lots of storms off to the south, but it's this streamer right here. I'll turn my telestrator on. We'll start that, and so it's this line right here. that's pushing in. And again, we've had one lobe of that right there in West Virginia, but what's happening is we're filling back in from the southeast, and that will continue to be an issue here. We'll clear the paintbrush and finish it out there, but it's a problem because we've already seen, again, upwards of 6 to 10 inches of rain. There is more rain that will be on the way, and you can see the numerous flood advisories that are in effect across this area. So this is kind of a 3D look at it here as it comes off the Atlantic Ocean, and looking at it as far as the line's concerned. If you were to be sitting right along that line, if you were the moisture itself, this is what you would see right there, that continuous flow going into the area. So this isn't a normal looking map, but I wanted to give you kind of that vantage point there as it continues to move in. So that's going to be the problem. Right now it's already a problem. Numerous roads are closed, trees are toppling because of the power outages, and it's just not a good night to be outdoors. But this stuff right here around Raleigh is very, very concerning for me for the rest of tonight as we go into the rest of the evening hour. So I want you to be advised of that. This is the bigger picture off of GR Earth. This is the upper level low that is just spinning out here. I've got the water vapor and the radar picture on. Just off the water vapor, you can see the swirl of drier air there in yellow, and some of the brighter colors in green. That's where all the moisture is getting wrung out. So if we just get rid of the radar and just look at the water vapor here, you can see the core of the moisture is right in through here. Notice what's happening across New York and Buffalo. Do you see that yellow? It's pushing down. Okay, so that's drier air that's trying to get in. The problem is the lows here pushing up the moisture into Virginia. So everything is squeezing and it's converging right through here. And that's why we're seeing this very stubborn area of rain. The models have been picking up on that, and it looks like that will continue into the overnight hours of tonight. We'll get rid of the satellite, and I'm going to put up the model here, some of our latest models. And I will show you the latest NAM high-res model. And it's going to take a second to load here because there we go. I've got a different radar palette there. So let's see if we've got the 0Z in. We'll look at the HER model. This is a rapid update model. I'll apologize. So going through the next few hours, anywhere you see the darker green is heavier rain. You can see that activity around Raleigh. Then we advance, let's see, to the latest model here and go out in time. And you can see how that moisture just does not move. This is going into lunchtime to 2 p.m. tomorrow for Thursday, so it's still there. Folks, it's going to be serious in numerous locations, already getting flooding. We've got more flooding on the way as this new batch of rain starts to move into the area on top of the rain that's developing just overhead because that moisture is hitting the mountains. Never drive across a flooded roadway. If you live in a flood-prone area, the Roanoke River is going to be going to major flood stage by 8 a.m. in the morning. Get to higher ground now to protect life and property.